Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about how the cosmetic industry has impacted dating and especially for men. So this is very interesting perspective, but I don't know if you guys know, because the majority of people who watch me are men, but nowadays plastic surgery and the cosmetic industry in general became very affordable because it became very competitive. And so there's a lot of competition, and when there's a lot of demand in the market, you know, there's a lot of competition, so prices become affordable. So the cosmetic industry is very huge, and the plastic industry is very huge at the moment. And there are countries like Turkey where you can go and get cosmetic surgery for relatively cheap. So basically, the average girl, so for, because most people are not born women, let's say, are not born very naturally beautiful, right? Even like celebrities, even Marilyn Monroe and Angelina Jolie, everyone got like surgery. So most people that you see on screen that are like amazing, Megan Fox or Adriana Lima, they all have cosmetic surgery. So what happened is the average girl, for example, could get nose done, like a facelift, enhance her lips, get high cheekbones, and completely change her face, make herself go from like a 6 to a 10. And also with body stuff, you can get implants, you can get butt implants, Brazilian butt lifts. So there, like, you can you can make your waist smaller. So there's a lot of choices, right? And also, for example, if a woman doesn't have naturally luscious hair, she can get extensions. So with all of this, and with prices being relatively affordable, and women, like, they will find a way to do it if they want to climb the social ladder. The average girl is now not an average girl. She's, let's say, a 10. And there are a lot, like many, if you open Instagram, there's so many beautiful women, right? There's many beautiful women, and there's only 1% of males in the world, right? 1% in the world. I'm not sure about the statistics, but there's not that many very wealthy young men, right? So what happens is that those 1%, they can get any girl, and they get many girls, right? Like average girls all the time. They date many women. They can date 10 women at the same time, crazy amounts of women. And the average guy doesn't get his average girl anymore, because the average girl is not an average girl anymore. She is enhanced, and physically she leveled up. So what happens though is those like 1% of the men, they don't like often marry 10 women, right? They can't marry, like they can't be in a relationship, like in a serious relationship with all of these women. So what happens is those women end up being single and never wanting to date an average or a higher above average guy. Why? Because they are already, like, they've seen the amazing luxury lifestyle, and they're not going to go back. And the ones that go back and date a guy who is not that wealthy, they end up very unhappy, because they end up comparing that guy to the other one, the one that they'll always remember and they'll always compare. And what happens to their relationship is no man wants to be compared to another man, because that will destroy his ego, right? So they end up being unhappy, and they end up separating anyway. So I feel like, because of social media, the cosmetic industry became so competitive, and prices are so much more affordable than how they used to be. So many women, like average women, young girls, have access to plastic surgery to enhance their beauty. And that just creates a big problem, because, like it or not, like, what a woman like is valued is in her appearance, right? We often look at women and we're like, wow, she's beautiful. Like, that's the like number one value of a woman, like in the normal world, like in an average world, that is, like, woman's beauty is very, very valuable. unlike man, like a man's beauty isn't as valuable as a woman's beauty. So these girls are ruined and the society is ruined. Like, and also like let's not forget how like society just pushes, you know, man into this feminine, like I don't know, I think it's been happening for decades, but you know, we're like making man feminine, right? If a man in today's society is vocal, um, he has a strong opinion that is different from other people's opinion. He's vocal, and he's not agreeable or obedient. He's immediately labeled as toxic. It's immediately labeled as toxic masculinity. And a guy who has a lot of feminine traits and he's very obedient and he's just, you know, spiritual and like peace loving, he is celebrated, which is kind of wrong. Like we like I don't know, I feel like women are so brainwashed these days. I mean, modern women are really brainwashed because, you know, inside all women want a guy to tell them what to do. It's normal. Like women want to be led and a man wants to be the leader, right? Women don't want to solve problems and men like to solve problems. But you know, from a young age, girls are taught that like, oh, if a man, you know, if a boy tells you what to do, like you have to walk away, you have to stand up for yourself, which is, yeah, like to, but to what point, you know, like what is happening in society is society wants to make man obedient because obedient men are so much easier to control. If all men were taught to be super masculine in schools, vocal about their opinion, not agreeing to what society tells them, then that would create a lot of chaos because men are naturally like they will stand up for their opinion and they will go to, you know, big lengths to do that, and that will create chaos for society, for the government. So I feel like it's all interlinked. Like obedient men are easier to control, but it's not a quality that actually will help. Like if you want to have, for example, if you want a family, right, you want to create a family and you have this soft obedient guy, that is not that very helpful. I mean, it could be helpful in terms of raising a kid maybe, but like in terms of if you are dealing with a big problem and the guy is just as empathetic as the girl is, and they're both like very empathetic in spirit, like who's going to deal with the actual problem? Who's going to deal with the stress? Because us women, we don't like to deal with, like, we don't like to solve problems, we don't like stress. Yeah, anyway. So I would like you guys to tell me what you guys think. Let me know down below. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe, and I will be very thankful. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.